a man disappears. Not just any man. A genius, a revolutionary, a painter who turned light into theater and violence into grace. Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio. At the height of his fame, he vanished. No witnesses, no final work, no clear grave, just rumors. A ship, a beach, a fever, and centuries of questions. This is not just the story of a missing person. It's the unraveling of an enigma. Because to understand Caravaggio's disappearance is to understand his obsession with life, death, and the thin, violent line between them. Caravaggio was born in Milan in 1571. His name comes from the town of Caravaggio, where his family fled during a plague. He trained under minor painters, but he saw something different. He did not want to paint idealized beauty. He wanted dirt under fingernails, wrinkles, sweat, blood. He brought the sacred down to earth and lifted ordinary people into the divine. In Rome, his early work stunned and scandalized. He painted saints as beggars, virgins as barmaids. He used prostitutes, laborers, and criminals as models. But his technique, his use of chiaroscuro, the stark dance of light and shadow, was unmatched. He made moments burn with drama, not with narrative, but with emotion. He did not paint history. He painted consequence. Caravaggio painted with the urgency of a man haunted. Every canvas is a stage, every figure caught mid-motion. In the calling of St. Matthew, a beam of light slashes through darkness, falling not on a saint, but a tax collector in disbelief. In Judith beheading Holofernes, a young woman carves justice with a sword, her expression detached, the blood too real. In the supper at Emmaus, Christ blesses bread with open arms, as if to break the barrier between heaven and table. He didn't just paint people. He painted tension, moral, physical, spiritual. His works don't resolve. They confront. Caravaggio's life was as volatile as his paintings. He brawled, he boasted, he drank, he carried a sword without license. He was arrested multiple times. He once wounded a man over a plate of artichokes. But the incident that changed everything happened in 1606. A fight broke out, perhaps over a tennis match, or honor, or money. Caravaggio killed a man, Ranuccio Tomassoni. Was it self-defense? An accident? Intentional? No one knows. But Caravaggio fled. From that moment on, he became a fugitive, painting in exile, running from death, and perhaps toward it. Caravaggio moved from city to city, Naples, Malta, Sicily. In each place, he left behind brilliance. In Naples, he painted the 7 Works of Mercy, a chaotic, crowded masterpiece of charity in motion. In Malta, he hoped for redemption. He became a Knight of the Order of St. John. But then he fought with a nobleman. He was imprisoned. He escaped. In Sicily, his work grew darker, more desperate. Figures with sunken eyes. Light dimmed. A David with the head of Goliath, where the severed head was his own. He was painting his confession. In 1610, Caravaggio was in Naples, hoping for a pardon. He sent paintings to powerful allies. He was preparing to return to Rome. Then he vanished. The official story says he died in Porto Ercole of fever at age 38. But no grave was ever found. Some say he was murdered by the Knights of Malta, by bounty hunters, by rivals. Others say he was imprisoned or died trying to swim to a departing boat. There are theories, documents, bones that may or may not be his. But no certainty, just a vanishing act worthy of the man who painted shadows. After his death, Caravaggio's reputation faded. His style was too brutal, too raw, too human. Baroque moved on. Classicism returned. But centuries later, artists and scholars looked again and saw the fire. Rembrandt was influenced by him. So was Velázquez, Rubens, Gentileschi. In the 20th century, Caravaggio was reborn. Now, he is seen as a father of modern painting, a genius who painted emotion before theory, who turned divine light into something you could feel on your skin. Caravaggio may not have had a final canvas, but his life was his last work, a portrait of brilliance and self-destruction, of seeking grace while fleeing punishment. His disappearance is a mirror of his art, unfinished, stark, open to interpretation. Maybe that's why he still captivates, because he painted like a man who knew he was running out of time and left behind work that still burns, like a candle, like a confession, like a ghost that never truly left.